Fisher be free. I pay no doubt back here. And dear penny and dear, Yaki and Nick Pepe. People love them and welcome. Oh, yeah. I was letting you see I was letting you meet Yes, we got party no. It was that. Party no more that. Yen to me, a party no. I don't even die. More friend, Kwaku sketch me wahaya. Hiya. Pam 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 pam. Yeah. Pamela Kwe. So we do any uncle what? I was letting you see. And easy. I was letting you meet. What is a balloon? What is wrong with you? What did you call? Yaka.
Cannot determine my success in life. Me to me. 2013, Ugu Majuma, you seized my 500 excavators, 400 pickups. Mama, now Usro. Usro say, the only year meaning I know, still have me. That's who hold me captaincy. Say, I'm still remain as a captain. No, like I said, me back on time mining. Me guru na matwaro ye. Na me akwa wu me Usro me. Who your president to cry now, Baha? Nasa.
Producer. Mo phantom ni yankwa bi hu senti kra mo sound no emma mo hwe ni yanko
cannot determine my success in life. Me to me. 2013, Ugu Majuma, you seized my 500 excavators, 400 pickups. Mama, now Usro. Usro say, the only year meaning I know, still have me. That's who hold me captaincy. Say, I'm still remain as a captain. No, like I said, me back on time mining. Me guru na matwaro ye. Na me akwa wu me Usro me. Who your president to cry now, Baha? National security for no more negotiate with me as an waba. Now you negotiate with me as an enter. Now who just want to me a team kitwa? Who say, Uber me? No man ya pesi and this for no. Na me no ya not this for to make us obi to be no opa na mo ye. Omoya one, may you do me to me there obwa. Want to me mean slow. Now problem run to me. Want to me, mama. Some me no jira ho ya. For so da for do wachi. Now he me what me say me buy a year and na juma ye we will push ubatimia pushing to me. Now even illegal legal no, what is the difference? The difference is a document.
Cause me manyaska be was kase jo mahama. Ma wabon me no kasa ye. Uti the small economics are me no prempe college no. A Saint John Mahama the communication certificate na hold no. Oh dear. Me dear because me manyaska be was kase jo Mahama.
Oh, you have money than him?
Of course. I have money more than him.
How about Ibrahim?
Oh, now on to me kaso was kase me kwame.
Oh no, I am on the second wife. I know person ni nyina ba no mba wi Ghana. Akokra ni abrewa. I know person ba no no ba wi Ghana. Ati se wo central region mumusasa John Mahama pa no. Obedi president pa no emfaso be pa
na central region
mwenya. One abra obeye running mate no. Na so obeye vice president no. President na ko free central region wo wi. Aya atamas wo wi. Vice president so a misata obefa no ema no so ebeye ono so vice president no. Omo ye no ono so wi. Eti John Mahama wudi na nimu a ubewu wudi na chia ubewu otase
John Dramani Mahama ani NDC omo problem pa ni atamas akwan ya ofa so wuye akwan ya Mr. Atta afa so wuye and the kwan ya omo fa so enso ma Rollins so wuye say NDC was a serious problem. They have a serious problem. Akwan ya Rollins afa so odi ewu a Onyankopon for mo kransi oda so she fridge mu no a serious problem. Na John Dramani Mahama pese o take in charge and wo bia refi the party no the obi okofa baaye say ye Rollins dia na enti no ade a wo ye yayi ni nyira na say obi a rebefi Rollins. It's not true. Say ya ponche. It's not true.
Yeah, yes, ponche. I mean,
what you say? I some ponche ni ade. What you say? NDC for no mom. And omo dwen say omo de ponche gina. Akura no anom bewe in 2016. And omo ekokofa ya anyi ya mfama omo. Enti NDC phone boom and Omogen say Omodia Ponchi Gina 2020 yeah. Omogen says still they can make an impact. What they are saying 2020 and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Obiano, you are what you say.
Yeah.
Or you are what you think. So what you say MPP for na ya ponchi na ya ponchi.
Unfortunately, one day I was there, then I had a call that President Mahama is calling me. So I went.
Which year was this?
Was 2013.
President Mahama was president.
President Mahama was the president. Okay. So I had a call that President Mahama is calling me to Castle. That time he was in the Castle. So I
Vice President Mahama or President Mahama? Because President Mahama really never operated from the Castle. He started from Jubilee House.
No, you don't know. That
okay,
time,
he was in the Castle. Okay.
He was in the Castle.
2013, early. Okay.
Yes, early 2013. I know. The time
Prof died.
Yeah, Prof died. You know. Then he was there before he moved to
the Jubilee House. Yeah.
To the Jubilee House. So he called. Then he said that.
So you met him?
I met him. That I was busy because I was going to I was going to see my workers and how they was. So
you didn't come to Accra to see him?
I didn't. I said to him, "You just call me." So
you mean he spoke to you directly on the phone?
No, he let somebody called me, you know, and I said.
Program and the some Apo 68 owner Kwaku skirt and the no Eshiano. Now what an encounter for so many times and occasion be more eta ehu ne ninsam many woman be your Facebook and TikTok and WhatsApp we say oh ha no drop be program so be no now the be atum Kwaku kura na kwaya ni program a Kufu Addo say me na makwa kasa okoche me no eti ene ye na hia ya ye ba bi nkomo afa national issues ho na woni Ghana but okonkode pa for this second independent yenya ye no he was part of it na o US na okon papa em say odikan kra start ne online radio na sana Kevin Krabeba sabe na Kevin here with all due respect short videos and na wutwa no de agum and Kwaku ebae ene obeka ensa ye be din komo ene se o Ghana koya obae se no hu amamuo no se de no ma osinfa menu akwaba
ya nua
na boko de
dawe adon ene menu age se mehia be baba
enye easy o ma Kwaku ye adwuma oh ye adwuma
e rade
we ye adwuma pa
aka na hia nsesa se ne no man na pro na atete apansam se ne no man no ahodwa akodu no na Ghana esese de ahoto oboa wo man no na nsesa etumi ba nyame nso kasa ma Ghana for etie ma bibia koso kama
yadase yamowura mu ne yehwe issues a ekoso waba Ghana initially no na owo no ha ne wo ha de na ekoso nyina na wuti bi hu bi ene waba bedru oba ye be bedru ye no ye bisa se sen ena wusi ehu no ma fa wura John Dramani Mahama no na wo presse wo me ye mampani no wo ye mampani na obi be bisa se oba ye amamwe se de na wusi pre no sa na hu no ana se enuoma bi aka e wo se eko ana ekwan no aso ene nam
enam kwan no so pepepe die di kan a mehye adwuma na se no bedin kan abunkotodwe na mechia excellency John Dramani Mahama papa ebi awo bia bebunkotodwe vice president of Republic of Ghana mama osumi chiao ye maame ba kupe mama Lodina obapa ahofedua osumi bunkotodwe chiao ansa na me bra penny honorable Julius Kwesi Debra Pemaba ebi awo bia mesme chiao that's it
very good
actually ma yemfa eja no entum ene eja no beba kakra edru ba bi so ebetieti aso na akofom boko
yenko
de atia ne se ebia no num Kwaku skirt me na me koye demonstration checherenche editi a wo mampanin me yire dada Kufu Addo meyere dada me na me koye demonstration chichirinchi edi tia no US menya demonstration kwa my demonstration ahodo be edu National Cathedral me na me ye ho first demonstration Washington DC ebra ne pesika si edi be si cathedral na Ghana for nkwala ni incubators ayedem ani ayaresabia ayekom na ye suku dan Excellency John Dramani Mahama esi ye akan wuram ana anasefo ni babida wo police ni mpaboa na atia ambulance na ye nipi ayede oyarefo yare a ye betumi afande na kwa ayaresabia anasa kwanhia kase bi asia mano desumina so ye beti afa nipa ndi akwa ayaresabia na yesi ade a ya hwehwa ne cathedral si anya cathedral na Ghana ntimi nye yeda wamra na Washington DC cathedral wo hono na enye individual cathedral enye aban no cathedral na ye individual wonu wasi cathedral no na aban pese wo ye bibia wakoje waye ade a ope wo ho na omo bayo omo frafra brofu na abrofu di la so tenten aye kotue sika videos no wo ho am say my producer na me chinam tenten na me ye de say ye ni ayaresabia ye ni we aban no amon ho modern satam na polad mako kire ka ho asofu bi mu kan ba me mo din ne polad mako kire no na kotokulo ede na chi ode begigi sika no di chinam mo stopoi ama abrofo na yedi line na wo yafrim na wo yafrim na wo yafrim na okọ na wo yafrim ama nipa no bebre omu se de meka no na esefata se meka nti sika na aba ne bepen ne sentimi anka but now enfie nwatwini na akufu ado se wo ma mengura Ghana ada me cassette ya no ada makoye demonstration ye hu bida New York abonten so me kotena from epa me to ase me kasa ban we want me ya da because na memwo no na time kotena nwiem atwi me to ase epa me to ase egu no so entini afa me ho tan se udru Kotroka International Airport terminal 2 a ye ncheme ye the stop over and the beto me so Excellency John Mama baby a wo bia na me hiraw wonye okese wate Yakoden 2019 anyeyi 2020 na sese de beye biara yetimi de Excellency John Mama ban ye neba na Excellency so waye bi pen Ghana fonum enwuma pa boye Ghana fonum ade papa no wotwene ma oman no ho enti na sese ye de hu guram de beye bia se ye ne Ghana fo be kasa ye ne Ghana fo kasa Ghana fo Okay, Madam Asibebre. Says Samri Odewa Fidi no atoha. Bidding at the Kwaku skate. Minimisa dia san, fachame. San your corner. Because you're Beko Ghana. And you're Ghana by this time you be a program no. And you're Moati as you said. You drew Ghana. I'm watching the Suum men na. Way you're begging life. And you're the free Ghana to Kruma Brown. Get to be a yebegura hodi a program. Enti anwumre bi chiachiaw. Beye na watwenie me ma program so. Mo a mo freme hajia mami ejapoma empanimfu a mo freme. Medamase. Medamase. Say me ma program so a mo ka me. Na mo dwena me ho na mo freme check me. Na mo hu se Kwaku skirt. Nimpo mo tesei. Na me nhira mo wate. Me tu kwan kakra pani bi bai na sese me ne kodi ahia kwasia da no nti wo hia kwasia da no nyina mama mo fa ncheme producer hwe back noise na mame na hwe se twetwetwe na ye no ensa na maso nti mon check lines na mame ne yenye ntem na yenko nti mo fra me nyina me do bibi ase na me nhira mo unfuo dɔɔso a wohwɛ ye nyina sɛ wunfeli ba akokra nti saa na sitie anwumere me no ba bedi nkomo nsem wo krom aka na mienu pa na yesi bronya otena na yesi bronya dua ye de wura mu ade akopie ndi uhia ye wura fifufuro mu a enwuma pa papa John Dramani Mahama eye no okoso atoaso dollar na te say me de dollar ne de aya na ho ni hia me sani dollar no MPP for kan ye Excellency John Mahama wontimi nye na dollar Excellency John Dramani Mahama achi ne chana Dr. Mahmoud Baumia so what the na to kejim what the safama Dr. Ayi what the ma IGP Satam na IGP what so ye ayi hakoye wo free buna halfway no what so key way and me papa John Dramani Mahama pema pa ono nyamfo Chief Julius Kwesi Debra Papepe me bra ba kompe ane wanabo ato forcing oh we are too much Vice President of Republic of Ghana ma me ye nyanwan ko batampanke ye den ye nyanwan ke ntimi amapa wo ka ho bi nti etase ye bo apaso because woni ma no be ye adwuma bom ama wo kasa kire Ghana mai ma me da wase wate oba me ba Ghana me ba na anu no mahu na satam no na hododo nti papa ka che me se wini oman no mu nti me ba we dia me ba wo fie ho ehwa na me da na mama wonu maduane a me pe Republic of Ghana Vice President me dia me mfantinye o mfantinye madam pe oyodokwan ana muku na enya chela penitin na tikon na da atodo amampem edi mama ekum kura ayo da mama me ba radio no da me kasa nti me bai na no me nhia batayi se me ba wo na do no ma be chia yin nhia da Vice President Professor Jenna no pekwadima papa bi sa na me ma me Lodina oh mama Lodina ubani o mama me do te seto emu ade ama ba bia wo bia bi chia wate oba tampa Lodina oh Lodina Foundation aye yi bi bu mama efiti na sia de kono me ma me Lodina ni nyuma waye nyira me baba pa ho ntoma because se send manya videos ni nyina enti nyame adom de wura 2026 mu a oba pa Lodina Foundation ede no waye se wunye hu ade a mama Lodina ya hey sinkonwa na jepono na tena so ye 2026 mama Lodina waye adwuma papa oh per first lady of Republic of Ghana waye adwuma pa mama Lodina yes make Kwaku skirt nam de me say esimipo waye adwuma se Kwame Nkrumah yire bi ntwantro waye adwuma se Rollins yire mimi ntwantro waye adwuma se Atames yire papa Atames ya memfa currency waye adwuma se na yire Akufo ado yire de so obedi sika wode ni nsafefa no kunti ho a no agi sika na di onko outside nkopa sika bi amfa ma se wode beboa Ghana ma bawunia wono kwa de se bobo na yire krono aboboye enti wo pe wo ba pa wo ye first lady and the fourth republica wo be ye adwuma pa e ye oba pa mama Lodina Mahama mama metro so am sorry wate nyame nton kwandam wo nhiraw wasefo nyame ma wonni de enkwa wieye nyame ma wonni te sabotan ama ba bia wo bia me mo afihia pa oba me ba fie we de me ba be chiaw anwumra mi yanguram na hono nkomo no wo anya sai ye be delay program no oh Ibrahim Mr. Ibrahim Mahama oh me mo afihia pa wate nyame mu adwuma nkoso wo adwuma nya moho bibia obesom bia nya sika butu emfama wo na chirawo Ebra Penny Chief of Staff there hey Bemaba. Yeah. Yeah, travel. Na me adum no my trust 6 years ni wi a. Another president wo beba. Eye wo hura chief of staff. Honorable Julius Kwesi Debra. O hwe nso abo esefata. Ne ho ni asam. Nkekawa bi ani ne ho, efi bi ani ne ho, wonum kasa. Wo kan brofo na, wonye ne te se kufuad wo kan ne fast, wo kan boko. Enti nyame adom Excellency John Dramani Mahama twa ne mfie nsie ni wia. O wono ane de ne beko. Ye de ne ba. Enti bi chia won so. Anwumre adwuma de ni twa go Facebook, Apple 68 FM, Tuning Radio, Flash Apple 68 FM, Ghana Web News 1, Ghana Politics Online.com, Ghana Breaking News, Modern Ghana Radio, Modern Ghana TV. Maybe a twego. Oko YouTube, search here, Apple 68 FM TV. Oko TikTok, and I be machine konya na midem. Why ya Kwaku skirt Jataba live. Oko wa won sabet me akadwumadi be producer. Said ya mekan monta mbɔhwɛ cheche na mame. Ansan ma hye adwuma nase. Esa na mason breme. Nti monhwɛ chiri ni mame nke kwa no na because time na faye. Etwa be 20 minutes data. Monya ntem yeni bre. Nti fatum mame nyom kaka na monhwɛ background nonse no mame na che yentimi nko. Meba.
Shada
meda wase se watwa me na yatoto nneoma anwumre me ne wo ba bedi nkomo kakra ade afa Republic of Ghana dia di kind constitution review ye bedi mu nkomo ne edosom ni yahwe because me hu se asase sekulati etwagu social media no so tentententente MPP for bu fu omontiase se ada na constitution review eba na wohwe senior vim lady okasa na no asi achia wohwe vim lady okasa na no achia ada ya na bu fu se constitution review ni yedeba na wohwe John Sokrobo momone okatachia free fa because the other need the umbetel position for by so many years 100 years no maybe 10 years back. The constitution review na ba ne ba dia and you be fear do peso enti oha MPP for shasi esumpa but nipa mabɔ na baso menim se wodi chama wuntimi kansi nti and wakasa Asante Achema Gogo former MP chama wuntimi lawyer wakasa wasi ade ne de eka wono nkwa nka pia ku bi senke manfie nsia me Kwaku skat me support mfie nsia so 6 years and the seso mom de kam so atiate mom ye fa mfie nsia mfie num ne ye short 1 year na mo de kam na too small and penimfu a mo yes a constitution review no yes ramo okwa maybe so mfie nso mfie nwotwe se yetimi yes ade we ya ba makana ye ho atoye pa ebama ye ho ababia ne performance ebama ye ho ababia na dwuma wo ye ebama ye ho abanya woba wobo ne ho moden ene abanya woda ebama ye ho eye simple me support to say kien ko ne 6 years binim say won so be giatum be kyerɛkyerɛm senti kura yen ko ne mfie nsia me se be ba be dosom na ma kyerɛ senti kura yen ko ne 6 years me do 6 years mfie nsia ya de pa number 6 eye nhyira number 6 ekuta de pa number 6 edenioma pa ne pa te said the excellency John Dramani Mahama ba ya ode de pa ne ba ye no se mane mienu ka ho na ye nsia enioma papa be flow wakana mi be do som ne ma ba bam minum se wo bu ba fu se papa yesu nya se wonko second time ana wonko third time ye kan but no was wonko enti we dia se constitution review ne chena ache no se chene se wumpo woti akonwa so beko we dia nyu obi kra na bekasa enye me Kwaku skat na me bekwan bebre se constitution review ne pap excellency John Dramani Mahama apano e pano se wonko a woni choice amra ne na eka Ghana for na tomaw enti Ghana for nyina akoye constitution review ni ese san ko bie mu a wolma ye wuntimi nkasa wonko hwe papa eno de nka ye beye dede ye beye dede ye me see ye beye dede ye beye dede ye papa se constitution review ne say wo confidence a wo ni choice ani nka ye mu bi ye bube fu because when you be na kwa kastra was say South second term Ghana for ye to abama and I say ye constitution review ebia wo bi bisa say Ghana for bay and a to aba and the man no tabwe me be wa wam ma kire wo Ghana for wo mo to aba pete Edema Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Oh, Papa, we no size. Yes, shawo boss ye be ye adwuma ne pete. Yes, shawo boss wo woman kwamo yeta wachi. Ye know, emum paibo. And it's a constitution review no. Echi Excellency John Dramani Mahama mon kan che ne se. Acheno nyina ne se. Wompo constitution na se wan san kɔ biem. Sa constitution is a san kɔ biem dia. Papa, eno de na woni choice. Me ma me lodi nei. Sa constitution ka che woluma se won kwa mama woni choice. Wumpo obekɔ by force. Senti kura obekɔ ne se. Ghana man nyina gye atum ne se. Tie hai na me ba bam me biabiem na makeka na matetim de akyere kanafo obi adwen kɔ saa de we so wen kasasa bloggers mutwitwa Melodies TV esesa muka ho asem. 1 constitution review no si de ba ne asim fie nsia emra na Chi Excellency John Dramani Mahama oni power oni choice obeka akyere kanafo so wonko bi wompo Ghana for their son of call because I'm running a sister cobium kaya ho. Ghana for you na to say, what was so? And to when you idea, what cassette will be back as and walk quarter. What will back as a walk quarter and what in a yajma? Tia. O come Rashabajamwa 275 constituency and your twaba. Be Chram Santi Kra. Emrana Chi Excellency John Dramani Mahama for constitution review no se won kobium na bontimi kan kire Ghana for se won ko. Ghana for nya time ekogire hwem. Ghana for nya time ekogire nsuom. Ghana for the yemoja ato ho because baby aduna ye second independent. Na ye fa hodi atosum yenu na Ghana for che. Because the na kufuwa de ye Ghana for na nwaten. Enti Ghana for bi mo etimi ni asra for kra gina kwano. Akoi a fight e ye do buy. Ghana for bi mo hunsa ba bi ye do no eye woko a etosum yenu ne ye ko. Se etu akufuwa do ne ye do wo pa. Ampa Ghana for nya abresham nya akukuduro eto abama. 275 constituency no metimi akase winning almost because ena humra sebedwamfo no eye 188 ukuta supreme mrasebedwamutoto se ukuta supreme mrasebedwamudodo de a na chese saka na fo na kire hwem to abama enti semra ne se yem pass de a Ghana for jire wiem koto abama ho no ana womo anam senior wo ho no abebisa baabi a womo mpaso aso wo no mpaso asofo na jetum se Excellency John Dramani Mahama confiance enti ekwan ne dam enti se papa se Ghana for anamra se badwam for jetum se constitution review na ba ba ko 6 years na papa wo ka che se won kwa na che se wo disappointed Ghanaians. Nature Excellency John Dramani Mahama what disappointed. But me Kwaku sketa metie. Minim se won disappointed Ghanaians bi ada. Minim se won me maame Lotina won disappointed Ghana for that. Se emra ne ba ne atoso aba na se mra hye badwam etom se bam ne yese kwa papa woni tumi. We dia Ghana for na decide. Enya wona wodo ho akwhyem satekyerkyere obekọ Ghana for na epusi no maka kire wo mo constituency MPs ne se yamma wolman sanko mfie mienu nka ho nti ekwa ne dem nti vin labdi ene wakatachi afri fei magim yachim mo ya moa mo ya nei mo ya ntwe mo ye ofui o ma bia eduru baabi na oman ne mra bia ye hyehyɛ dadaata no emma woman no nkoso a omo sakyerem Minim baby a musimu call school. Abofra one see school demo dempo. Abofra what theatre chemumpo. Enim se constitution review yadi here. Because teteno na niyama bi amai. Teteno na niyama bi niho. But enne niyama fufro bi asasi eba. Enti sa tete mrana yeshisha ena. Amaka na fwayaka atechem. Na amaka na yeshan kukobuom. Na amaka na yedanyo ebuom no. Sa constitution review ni ba. Ebeji kana ni biya frin kukobuom. Ebeji kana ni biya frin nyabuom. Ebeji kana ni biya frin ponchibuom. Ebeji kana ni biya fi babia. Washe amaka na yehwatoye. Hello? Chiro comments wasi ho. Kasafa ho. Woye kana ni woso kasa yeye. Na like me page no dey follow. Aha, aya no krefie. We ya maka to hai. Wachena bo say amanfo bi akokope. No mo chenyi na dane na keto am ne ese wona obekan. So, muti ha. Me say constitution review na ba no. Nyame ya dum na ba. Na excellency John Dramani Mahama want me kan kire kana fo so won kobiem. Eya kana fo nyina na echi apum. Say ye send the nako. Enti woni twice. Say wankwa na kire say wa maka na fo di yaw ewo mu. Minim say de me kan obatemase. Hwen wankwaje ma no ansi mone ankotwa no baabi potwea bi afa nkotwa bonte say Kwaku skirt say me pachew the American di so pepepe make Kwaku skirt bibia ni ho a ebetimi asesa madwena friend dis amanyokru make Kwaku skirt am wo hai bibia ni wo ebetimi asesa me afre excellency John Dramani Mahama nothing bibia ni wo be change me life owomo enkomo maso ensuo maso akofrem aso bible mo swai ewo meden aka kire bible say owomo enkomo said ye me namu biara Maybe excellency John Dramani Mahama chi. No wia was ni wie na kwan tomo a masan kwa ma mebra pani Julius Tebra. Me swai ekuta babo. Aka enti eyentamo a memfa ni akro. Na menim say one day it be happen our Republic of Ghana. Enti no me ekamen kwa ka 5 years na yetete no. Omunya ni 6 years. 6 years in the set. Say the adwuma ehye wo bi nsa. Wohwa political way no. Abane ba first year. Osamri bebre afe appointing ministers. Because Ghana mrane kire say omampani bi obetena konwa so no. Eye na sade say ono nesese wo pointe mpanimfo a wono mbebu man na oba pointe wo bi a enye kwa ba ahwe bia esese wota wo bo na woye nipa no background check esese wota wo bo na wohwe nipa na kira kwan na wo hu se ye de say bibia we ade marketing contract obetimi ahye emo man no afa ne ntoma pefra enti appointment enye peche. It take time. Na president and then penny for search. No more do more suka hwehwem ehun say ni power safata. Ye de adwuma no man na want me fairly. No obedi adwuma no so pepepe. Enti afede ye de point nipa. Wo wi a ti hai. Kanfie na no point a akanfie miensa. Enfie miensa no last the end of the year no eye campaign time. Nti eba sanfie mienu. Eba sanfie mienu. Enfie mienu de na aba ne betumi aye. No watumi akase wawie. Ba sanfie nsia na yeti mfie num enfie mienu ne frim for last year and the first year eka 4 years. Adwuma biara wode be mo mampani biara no. Se o mampani ni nya akwadwera ubehu se waye adwuma. Adwuma bia wode be shapani ne nsa te se selesi dwamama ye de kan na hye ne nsa ne ya man mfie nsia ye gini di se mfie nan na wo mu no obetimi de ye adwuma bia de makana She's a president at one can when we you any. But excellency John Dramani Mahama. Minimum juma waye. A born a junior uncle can one am kwaso. A red juma and fire. When your friend leader. It is a papanya and fiancia. What the Yamuan quartet no Kajaman is ya. Wunam peja wansa. Wunam chroma. Ufanum. Not in Siakaho. Wunam chroma branya bay. Woya ochra buka. No watchra and sia. Now the assassin jam. The assassin Yahudete for 6 years. Not 2 years in the film. 4 years in the Bassono. Ghana betame. 4 years in the Bassono. Ghana Bassasan and Tuma Pefra. 4 years in the Babano. Ghana Neoma na ya Jambie na excellency John Dramani Mahama. If we say, so when you feel 911 year Tumana, or bet him year no complete. But your man in fear na ya watimu ya. Ultimate we about for pa no one kalat no atwatene. About for pa or beka senyama ba na woso no one muya na ade ne da wona kana sika hye. But so one fear nsia na last end of the year no eye campaign time. Na first of the year no your appointment. Na 4 years na kan tem na. Adwuma biara ye de ahye ne nsa. Entom na sesem fiansia no ende no wo wie adwuma no won kwaja no kwan am obi abeka se me ba ye no eye somasi na ye enti menye enti mi ja to ho because nyame no ye enti me so start me de no anunti na ma me Kwaku skirt and na make us excellency John Dramani Mahama here 6 years for the constitution review make hello minim so atemase Adamu Krojen say enya troto se Kwaku skirt anye fa message ne to fa wo comments to say ya de papa nso akasafa ho me de me say was fata say your man 6 years see man 6 years kana besesa MPP for who say your man excellency John Dramani Mahama 6 years e komo a de wo mo no komo be de wo mo ache. Now, but no position, a shoe for 6 years. 6 years in the swan. One son, ma. Now, with your position. Now, quiet 12 years. Yamiam 1 year. Now, another 6 Sabah. Now, quiet 6, 7, 8. Now, quiet 18 years. Obey you na party, Neku. Obey you no MPP party, a coup. Until we have social media, MPP for tuning now. Wakata Jeffrey Fersono. Because one to me, some back to NDCP. And to one to me, and to one who said, MPP party ni beku. Send your Kwaku skirt ni Kevin Taylor can say 2028. Yet the evidence ne fact a begu party no. And there be a make 2028. Ye begu MPP party no. Woman who say yabem. Since a one more do. And woman who say. As I say, your ma papa mfiansi MPP for na mekan. Yes. Anunti apia kubi. Ya ka apia kubi a. Wano no de chama wuntimi kokono. Na wagirem ama chama wuntimi wakasa. Wakasa. Ninsema waka nyina ne se ka wano nkwa dia nka 5 years ne kro mo ka no. Kenye ne mfiansi a. Ama adwuma wo ho no watimi ayedai. Yentie apia kubi. Where your MPP need this year,
necessary that we give more room for governance rather than just stepping out of one office into campaigning. So 5 years, fine. If it had been even 6 years, I would have even supported it because I know how long it takes for government to stabilize and start governing. So the 5 years is fine, except that it must not come into effect during the pendency of this administration because you don't change rules in the course of a game.
Okay.
So if it's made to take prospective effect of the next arrangement, the next governance,
right,
I will be all for it.
Okay.
It's a very potent contribution and change.
Right.
So I support it.
Right. Andy Apiakubi is the former MP for Asante Achim North. For the MPP. He is also the counsel for the chairman of the MPP in the Ashanti region, Bernard Ntribwesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wuntumi. You're in support of.
Okay. Mwana mo kasa sound no. Ati say sound the okay. Ejani tuyato. Sound is okay. That's it. Sound ni tuyam. What a Andy appear kubi. Ane kase. Ye can Andy appear kubia or your MPP or your former MP. I was Santi Achamakoko. Or someone the car or no kwa. Ka 5 years na. And then I'm social media no. Young Kwan is 6 years. Amani paneba. What me ye kuma dia sumo mine. And no na bema ye hun the performance. And na Kwaku get making. And excellency your mama no. Baby I do no any choice. Say what den achieve the kind of phone. No, mo po, wompo, obeko. Papa wopo, wompo, ya de besha wo kon, ubeko. Because wait, and ya will be the one Chinese papa kufo be na de court akasi yemfa nko. 275 constituencies no, obi agiatum. Because 275 constituencies no, obi a wana name sini our parliament. Edu ho so ye to so aba. Ye to so aba na se wo mo se ampa ya agiatum from fiensia. Uni choice. Hey, me ma me lodina oba pa. Oba Kwaku skirt we de me bunkotodwe. Eduru wa de be cheme. Hwe. Adwuma papa ya ne ye ma no kwan. Ye be ma watoa so for 6 years. Obi ede afe ede ache dollar, age dollar ne safoa. Ede ato Flaster House. Amantam dollar. Hey, obi de afe ede dollar to table so. Etwa ne mfia. Obi de afe abro dollar menne dollar di mirika ko hye table ase. Am ye hwehwe na wo hu no. Obi de afe atwa be tax him. Obi de afe ede ayi e-levy. Obi de afe ayi husie tax afri ho. Obi de afe ate petrol so. Obi de afe ede ye kwan. Obi de afe ede ye nsuo. Obi de afe ede ayi e-levy afri ho atonguram. Obi de afe ayi cover tax. Obi de afe amakana sikasam ejina pete. Obi de afe atu double track ase. Obi de afe amana school ni akwala ebi aduane pa ewi nkosua miensa wo school da bia. Obi de afe ama school ni akwala etumi tu sadi so hwe. Obi de afe ene wotumi tomu pedi. Obi de afe ama afia so wotumi to nantwie ekonewe. Obi de afe agyan nkokofunu ama na wohwe nkokọ papa. Agyan nkokofunu we ama na wohwe nkokọ papa. Obi de afe ama obi atumi akreti job. Obi de afe ama ankwala awomo tifie osue adwuma. Obi de afe ade ate cement so ama cement atumi aba etekana. Obi de afe ade iron rods abafam ama ne iron rods 1 ton ne boya fofofo. Obi de afe ama ne wutumi di pona. Obi de afe o ana wutumi di tomatoes papa. Ebri bi atwam ye yi tomatoes ba ko 20 series and ye yi tomatoes dua eye 1 Ghana. That was afe adwuma. Ntiada na sani paniye samma na kwanya. Obi de afe eye cocoa rose. Obi de afe eye big push eye akwan. Obi de afe o watwa sosom ewo Kumase expressly. Obi de afe and the aye cross from market. Obi di afe. And the aye kajetia phase 2. Kajetia market. Phase 2. Obi di afe. Asisi nyare sabia. Masa. Obi di afio. Watimi a drop tax down 22. What the about 18. Obi di afio. Onkobo besia. Onye born bia wo babia. Amanfo bonsa papa bi ba ya wo twere nkofo tiri ho sakola obi di afia betua. Obi di afe Ghana gas ka obi koton $22 million. Obi di afe abe make a profit $21 million. Aka 1 million pa nanka baby a ton petrol no fuel. So JMPC anke di kosi awowa. Aka $1 million. Nanka 22 million no bi kotono. Ni enye sika na afe. Sa nipa we me catch us ye man influence an wantem ase. Asa sa wotem ase. Na me ne wo yeye dede. Ni e kasa kire kanafo se. Baby adu no abofra woda yafum kron keka ne ho. Ni en kasa nche selesi twoma ama se. Sa constitution review na eba no wopo wompew obeji atom. No wa ye adwuma maye. Because ye dono ye penasam enti ne ye de na pa se omra me ye adwuma. Andi Kwaku bi kasa biem kasa na emde wo se ye mo mo say wo se ye ma excellency say wo se ye man say kasa Kwaku bi
necessary that we give more room for governance rather than just stepping out of one office into campaigning. So 5 years, fine. If it had been even 6 years, I would have even supported it because I know how long it takes for government to stabilize and start governing. So the 5 years is fine, except that it must not come into effect during the pendency of this administration because you don't change rules in the course of a game.
Okay.
So if it's made to take prospective effect from the next arrangement, the next governance,
right,
I'll be all for it. It's a very potent contribution and change.
Right.
So I support it.
Right. Andy Kwaku is the former MP for Asante Achim North. For the MPP, he is also the counsel for the chairman of the MPP in the Ashanti region, Bernard Ntribuesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wuntumi. You're in support of.
Hey, Andy, but Kwaku bi. One wakase. Was it 5 years in this shop? Yam 1 month 6 years. Me see ye be de. Ye be ye de. Hey, ye be ye de. Excellency, ye be ye de. Wumpo. Ye be ma 6 years. De kan akodi, kan ni bi ani so. Aba bi bi fie nwotwe. Pese ne obe sai kan afa. Ene ye wo bronya. Ekroma 13. Wona mu krom kura akwa papa ekosunti wo hu traffic. Umpe we na pede. Papa, kana force men ka kira ose. Omo do too much. Ye ta wachi pete. Owo mo nkwamo. Ye ne wa na beko. Waka wo be yo. Wasa wo be ye. Teme, mama waka wo be ye. Kana muntie. Me se waka wo be yo. Wasa wo be ye. Ti hai. Waka wo be yo. Me se wasa wo be ye. Teme, mama waka wo be ye. Kana muntie mame. Me say, me papa waka wo be yo. Wasa wo be ye. Oh, teme. medase ya me shira waka wo beye ntimo me mfama no ma menko second story because ebi na wachina me baby an mama entry boss yakọ chairman wontimi enda me pesa me bisa se wo bekoso akọ MPP chairman because o ma yati ase se okọ national chairman and yente se wo ka ho asem adan mo se chairman wontimi wo ya boa mo aboa wo chimi papa when your class take opportunity to say the word disika make Kwaku Skate business mind and your mommy 24 million. Hey, Ghana for million what you say? Billion sa waha. Na wahane sa maku 24. Tieni ye. Ebi ana winning billion no. Million no. Billion sa maku waha. Na wahane sa maku aduonu 9 24. Ana chama winti weti. God ukra de ne de danchen. Yama usika anase wakwaje besia. Se me de ye fuo. Na galamse na amanfo tu no. Oma be ye kua. Ghana awreho. Ghana awreho. Si Ghana yenye serious country. When you see kantese, what's the work with the assassin? Assassin no credit the amount free because area half one fees say we buy that project no na emebuna wo hwan ya adwuma ye. Wodi sika na wodi akoto cars. Wodi akosi dan yet krom ha na afia toa aba wura ne dross ade ne tunu mu kire ye say wodi chama wontimi na chama wontimi teta owunyanya sika ni bidi afia so be kan waso watwi wa hwe chama wontimi na chama wontimi teta woten mokai yama wusika safa ye adwuma na kreti adwuma na mabunu nyabi enye na wodi sika na one tese one nua bro one ye hwe na wodi sika no wosi second man hia wabodam wo ye chimifo se me Kwaku Skate business a me di kwe a me ko start ma bo besia o enya aban na ma me sika mia na mababo me besia e wo United Bank mia na mababo me besia e wo me bank for ho ene ama me sika na me de atoto equipment any cars se me de ko na me de akobi adwuma because excellency John Dramani Mahama ehye mabunu bose obema mabunu anya adwuma for apprenticeship enti me ko a menko me fa nipa mako 200 na me train wo mo free me train wo wia Greater Accra mesa to another car e de akokumase enti sa me fa okumase train wa uwe na wo hu a me fa na wa ye adwuma okumase wa uwia me ma won kwa bonten kwa ye adwuma uwie ya me do betu me payroll so me wia meko nothing written ma fa nipa ho nipa 200 na me training won wia me bi adwuma ni bi ho me dwuma me kwa ye nya asase o me hia asase eye mobile service baby e gina bi etumi ye adwuma equipment egu cars no machines egu cars no dada baby e be gina bia yetumi ye adwuma towing service eka ho ene e depa Iti bikuta to dale, ekuta to ka traffic meyi. Me fi northern region meba water region. Na ma befa nipa 200. Na me training one. Me wia mem pesa wo be move wa free water aba Greater Accra no. Maybe adwuma no bi of water region. Metro cars ni bi of water region ye bi ho. Na ma foul na why mobile service ho na me what to me pay road so of water. Me wia member central ye Miami Chrome. Member nipa 300. Nipa 300 me training me wia metro cars. Na ma foul say ye adwuma mame. Na me what to me pay road so bosom so a metua oka. Enye cash, a check, no wako bank, no wako cash. Me free wa meko Western region. Na makofa nipa 200 or Western. Na me train one. Na mama wo matena wa, na mama wo madwuma. Keka sa regions a mabubo nyina na keka numbers a mekan. Na pese fe nipa se. Efe nipa say because me train un ma sam wo adwuma. Me de what to me pay ro so. When you juma, okwaji asase. Ye wakem machines ni kum. Oil, melodu oils, synthetic oil, regular oil, detailing equipment, work Sunday. Kreba, ye siwa, ubehu suggest. So what I say, me kwaje besia. But some ye juma, na abani fi said ye me ye no, or person support wa mi si kwan. I mean, could be so be sika. And it's a way you sika and tessa ya. Fabia be a business. Not a mebun in your opinion. Me call Ghana Abra Kwaman Kese or my hina oho. Me yes, me person me young kukon kitten. Abra Dunkwa. Or my hina mame asase 15 acres plot. Me person me the young kukon kitten. Na abra kwa mankasi asebu ehofo no etimi nya adwumaye so atase me magi obi sika but me de ne se kakra me manya wa ha no me de best start mo aye sika ba no na ye biem ekọ region na ye biem me start wa kakra sika ye nya wo mu no me kraka fofraba na ma target another region ye ni bebe ye hoso no na ma fa boys ni bebre amoma nya adwumaye wo mo ye galamsey obehu card detail so be ye card detail be ye mechanic na wutua na kakuta de na be kana dwen so okwa akosha asase ase onko wafa no every 2 weeks ye betua ka American ye tuaka 1 week or 2 weeks. Mean tuawaka bosome. Me tuawaka every 2 weeks. Amadabia wa husika ni mnu wani ache. Wa feel se. Adwuma me yen maintenance. Ma won kwaye galamse adwuma. Monso amodi adwuma beba. Me mamo membership card. Producer TikTok no etiako. More TikTok na take quite besan besisia bobi anwar TikTok no me hu ade kura e maye wana wano matiko ye hu adwuma so atase mo be frɛ ye se ye nyem adwuma ye ma mo membership card we ye member every week ye be service wo car 4 times it pay ma a lot of benefits. A license and insure. O can ye na BBC so a esi ho a ye na license and insure. Ye be fix your amount. And it's a what me anya opportunity ente say na waji sika no na wo de osmeti sika no $24 million. Hey, o convert it to cedis a buburu cha wa broche sika. Entwebu asiako what the nitia jachrema na when na waka na wanya MPP for mua bi mo MPP for Jimmy Fobi na yet TikTok na no na metie lady bi wa Jimmy osi wo New Jersey na New Jersey no wo yare kura kwa ya sabe a ye hwe wo ya boa me call emergency Sunday within 1 hour 30 minutes me free ho ye twerɛ duro e de ma me so what I say emergency nti so obi be ka kyerɛ me sɛ meeting we just send nipa na call I sabi ya yehwa kromwa woni nkrata kra ye hwaw woni nkrata na okuta passport okwa ye bisa wo ID wo ID no wo de ne sɛ obeyi wo passport de a kyerɛ won wo yi kyerɛ won a won ye dey won hwaw enti mi entena ho producer hwe network na man mi entena ho amopi enadaye ya mi ani na ho antwebo asiakọ adisika ntese na wo ya MPP ni Jimmy a wa Jimmy nti wo TikTok ana wo soso antwebo asiakọ o de ye ntie the Attorney General adu twa about antwebo asiakọ. Producer.
Update on aspects of the oral investigations and prosecutions. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, you will recall that in March this year, the Economic and Organized Crime Office arrested Chairman Wontumi on reasonable suspicion of the commission of a crime. Chairman Wontumi is a sole shareholder, director, and chief executive officer of Wontumi Farms Limited. The arrest was pursuant to credible intelligence gathered by the EOCO that the company and its directors and CEO were involved in a fraudulent transaction in connection with a purported loan facility granted by the Ghana Exim Bank under the Mining Alternative Livelihoods program of the bank. The program was designed by Exim Bank to provide alternative sources of livelihood for the youth in areas of the country affected by the phenomenon of illegal mining or galamsey. In doing so, the Exim Bank intended that the loans under the program would go to companies committed to ensuring the realization of the objectives of the initiative, especially in relation to job creation for young persons in mining communities. In December 2017, a series purportedly for young persons in mining communities. In December 2017, a series purportedly to cultivate maize on 100,000 acre farmland and to employ the youth on the farm. At the time that the application was submitted by Wontumi Farms Limited, together with a purported board resolution, the company was not yet registered. In other words, it was not in existence. In short, the company did not exist at the time of the loan application by its sole shareholder and director. Investigations established that Wontumi Farms Limited was incorporated on December 14, 2017, and issued with a certificate to commence business on the same day. The principal business activities of the company, as stated in its corporate registration documents, are general farming, agribusiness, and agro-processing. The directors of the company are Bernard Enchibusuako and Thomas Enchibusuako, with Chairman Wontumi being the sole shareholder of the company and also listed as its company secretary. Thomas Enchibusuako is believed to be the brother of Bernard Enchibusuako, domiciled in the United States of America. Prior to the registration of the company, that is Wontumi Farms Limited, Chairman Wontumi wrote to Exim Bank that the board of directors of Wontumi Farms Limited had met on December 9, 2017, and had resolved to seek a loan facility of 19 million from the bank to support its farm project at Asari Nkwanta in the Ashanti region under the Mining Alternative Livelihoods Initiative. The application letter stated, among others, that the credit facility was meant for a farming venture and that the company had secured 100,000 acres of land for that purpose. On January 16, 2018, based upon the application submitted by Chairman Wontumi, the chief promoter of Wontumi Farms, Exim Bank approved a medium-term loan facility of 18,734,260 Ghana cedis, which included a grant component of 6,718,718 and
Wey, attorney general. So what I say, or say one timi ekwaji sika. So what they koye kuya. Na kuya na waje na waji sika no. Or they could be a brew. Kwa tin wakwaji se sika na waji sika no. Tiye. Or say na man for ye galamse. And ti wapese wamu ye galamse ni chai. Na omube ye kuya. Obi ansu nim se abanya wo Ghana bia try so be fight galamse ne chai. Enti wakwaka no aban ne man sika no yusu kwoti kwan nya kwan pasto ade chi sika no o ka so okoto machine okoto 1970 machine o yes scam your fraud invoices ade coin say watria machine no eka nti yamane sika amo de chi sika salary na fraud odi sika no company na wokotwe no wan koto machine no okofa machine bi egunguram an wode ko kire Exim Bank for se machine ni yentie de esansi wuntimi asem wai esese wodam pay 100 years ko se me makao Mr. Chama won't remember by 15 years. Our Ghana. Yes.
Were not used to complex electronic payment systems and wanted to be paid in cash. In order to execute the project, Wontumi Farms Limited had submitted a pro forma invoice to Exim Bank for the purchase of farm equipment, including tractors, combine harvesters, corn seeder machines, and Wellington boots. The invoice was submitted on December 15, 2017 as part of the in 2018. Chairman Wontumi submitted a receipt from a company known as Kasama Enterprise for the purchase of the equipment in the sum of 4 million Ghana cedis. However, and this is where it gets interesting, the equipment purchase as shown on the receipt included bulldozers and excavators. Our investigations established that Chairman Wontumi had approached Kasama Enterprise, an industrial equipment dealer, and obtained an invoice with a promise to return to purchase the said equipment. He never went back to purchase the equipment. Instead, and this is where the criminal enterprise began, he forged the invoice he obtained from Kasama Enterprise by removing the word invoice and replacing it with receipt. This forged receipt was then submitted to Exim Bank as proof that he had purchased the equipment after the disbursement of the loan facility. The owner of Kasama Enterprise confirmed to investigators of the Economic and Organized Crime Office that the only document he issued to Wontumi Farms Limited through Chairman Wontumi was a pro forma invoice and not a receipt. He stated that after he issued the invoice, he never heard from Chairman Wontumi again, despite repeated follow-up calls. The forged receipt submitted to Exim Bank suggested that Kasama Enterprise acknowledged receipt of the sum of 4 million Ghana cedis for the purchase of earth-moving machines and farming equipment. The so-called receipt had on it, and ladies and gentlemen of the press, this is what gave him away, 50 days to supply and 1 year guarantee and service. Now, I hope you understand what this means. That when you receive a pro forma invoice, okay, pro forma means that you've taken it with the intention of purchasing. And so they will give you a timeline, okay, within which the supplier will supply you the equipment. And then also, if there are any services or guarantee terms, they will be indicated on the pro forma invoice. But Chairman Wontumi, as I said, took out invoice and replaced it with receipt to, deceive Exim Bank that he had actually purchased the equipment. Investigations established that Chairman Wontumi did not purchase any equipment and as such could not register any equipment in the joint names of Exim Bank and Wontumi Farms Limited as per the loan conditions, even though funds were disbursed to him to that effect.
Hey, age. Somehow, nipa way na the Nijina quarter, na when MPP ni bisa menka. Sika, ye timidi ye kan de che. Nipa bakon for diska no. Nipa way ye de no atumwa. Obi se pwe. Abanem penasem. So what I say? Yes, Excellency John Dramani Mahama nye adwuma. Onye besin o. Ba gold board na rane. Sika wa mu nyina betumi de aya akwan. Sika wa mu nyina betumi de aya interchange. But what sika no at the road dross. Or the sika no at the si dan. What the sika no at the yakesesem. Enti MPP fo a mo anu twekrodo mo samre biem. Chama Wontumi yam fan chane da. Chama Wontumi mesi yam fan yedai. Yam fan chano. When necessary we NDC niya. Uhuse. Bibia betimi ato so. Enti adwuma a wo ye no, je ni ye bu Excellency Twamama. Men hye kwa na bim na ntabe sika. Sika bi ba yipia monten ye fanya adwuma na mabunu nya bi me mabunu kana mabunu da makoma so kana mabunu eda me kokoso me hwese ne mabunu nam na Excellency Twamama dawroma ana wo bo bi mo na wo mo maka no wo munya ahwea ana me su enti me kutabia kakra me di wa ha no pese me di kofie na metena wo hiam mpa mentere hiam na memmoa mabu na mabunya bibiye yama oppose ya fra wa wonfa kakasade fa kire dipan kasade ama akomato sese ni abo na yemre yekuso enche wonso awo ho no wonso benya bibi kakraye obia ni wa beka desasem wo ya kire na ebubefu aye fragwa momfa hwe na lady bi epe ade wo half nye ministry Ghana half na ode akọ school wase wa frem penifo wa fra safo eje meme nka fancy asafo eje mfa no kọ wa frem penifo wo kumase obia ni wo fa no kọ but ya beto aba ne de na mpanim sam panimfo ne ne kasa wo ha na lady ne freme ene wo ka na asem kire me ehwa na me ka kire ne se meme o US nanso onka na komanto ne yam meye ma fam die bia se school na opese okọ no obetimi enya krata no de akọ me ka kire ga ne se okumase me ka kire ne se me Ghana Health Director minimum. Enti so betri anya panini number amamia. Menene bekasa. Ge no ko hwehwe papa ne number no de breme. Kwaku skirt minya number me friend man. Me friend no kwa no mpese obekasa. Ana me ta me bo. Na me ka che ne se Excellency John Dramani Mahama ba Kwaku skirt. Eno kwa na star. Wane me ankasa ade chen na me san fa phone na me frɛ no me ne kasa e na o so wate na ono ntimi nya hwehwe nti chi sɛ ɔmo a wɔmo yɛ HR no ɔno ɔmbɛkasa asɛm na da hɔ saa 1 month nti ɔno ɔmo kasa mo bi owo bi ɔbɛboa me ma nte ho hwe na ɔna gɛ ne san bɛfrɛ me sɛ ɔnte hwe o na me frɛ papa no me frɛ no sɛ oh onum sɛ gɛ no kra ne ama no letter ndada because wama no approval sɛ yɛ ma no letter ontumi nkɔtoa na desua so nyɛ so wɔ kɔtoa so abrokyire ɔtoa so wɔ Ghana hɔ a but ɛsɛ onya letter me a meti abrokyire no me fa phone ɛwɔ ke kasa ɛmɛ na me no wɔ kase gɛ no ne nsa kan letter wobɛkɔ no school saa na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛ nipa wei sɛ excellency John Dramani Mahama twa ne 6 years ewie na me ka kyerɛ ne sɛ toaba ma chief honorable Julius Kwesi Debra Mamea obeto ama no nipa ɛyɛ modern mu a yɛ sɛ sɛ yɛ boa yɛ ho ebra wo papa wa no de na asafo agye sɛ nipa ne frɛ wo fa ɛna me Kwaku sika me fa asafo agye kura wɔn fa me me frɛ ma gye sika o me me frɛ wo e ma gye sika because me de adwuma ne bi befia me de beboa mabunu me frɛ wo the story about me frɛ wo na menya story ni mu information me frɛ asafo agye frɛ but asafo agye ye mu bi mmiri bi atwam me de obribu ahentape ba na wotumi frɛ me Kwaku skirt wo studio asempa sɛ fa master tape brɛ me na me de ama WhatsApp direct so what I say monka hu sɛ February reshuffle ba February of this month excellency John Mama be reshuffle hey amonten e show sɛ wonya ahwe but a new man kitten we be mo e complain and nkofo be complaining we hu sɛ wonya daji mani pa all my better you reshuffle complete so what I say me menye post ya fra me ka say man post me se mempe so what I say omo ka so person mo use statement letter de ba bonten say adwuma we ne de ba na me use letter nkasa me say ho hia because me nyo obi a me tentasuo ni ma no twitwiri fom me can this platform so say ye to abawie na papa mpanimfo frɛ me e ka se be ma me post a enye post na me hwehwɛ eye mabunu eyi edie na me hwehwɛ me share Ghana fo bo say telephone the company bi beba ama sa company no e bet is America one time fee a month one twelve year twem na do time man nkofo no koy ene me work ne nkofo na kasa me be ko Ghana me kwa san nkofo no beba bi ahwe de ebetimi aye Ghana eye ya ye nyina ye dia Ghana eye ya nya ba akofo dia eye nyina and the excellency John Mama ye ya wonam ba bia na abrofui ebo excellency John Mama abaso wonam ba bia na abrofui no mo bo excellency John Mama tin e ka se papa ayebi no watimi ama dollar agina abrofo enti eye nkunan hyesam e de ma ye nyina se na mabontimpo ne yete tie Kwasi broni o na some can we am no abachema untimi bi tie
the US dollar by 40% this year, making it one of the world's strong. The Ghanaian cedi has outperformed the US dollar by 40% this year, making it one of the world's strongest performing currencies. But will Ghana be able to keep up its momentum, or will Ghana eventually regress into a weaker currency? Let's talk about it. But first, the backstory. The Ghanaian cedi, like many West African currencies, had been under attack for the past 10 years. International currency speculators had driven down its value, and political pressure had forced the the governments to print money, which drove down the exchange rate. And while the cedi had always been comparable in value to the US dollar, after all of this, it had fallen to 15 cedi per US dollar. And this led to imports being prohibitively expensive and local businesses in Ghana unable to compete with international companies who operated under stronger currencies. The hero of this story is Ghanaian economist Johnson Asiama. Upon taking office, Dr. Asiama knew he had to strengthen the currency. The first thing he did was he ignored the Western advice to just print money to fund public work projects and instead focused on stabilizing the currency. This took courage because politicians always want the central bank to give them easy money for projects that look good in the short term but cause heavy inflation for the population down the road. Dr. Asiama was also instrumental in renegotiating public debt, which signaled to the world markets that Ghana wouldn't be entering hyperinflation. And Ghana also continued to increase manufacturing and moved away from being a country that just exports raw resources. But there are some risks. Despite the overall intelligent policies from the central bank with regards to the exchange rate, the M2 money supply has increased as much as 30% in the past 9 months. This may lead to a situation where the currency is strong on the international markets, but inflation may be experienced by the local businesses. And there is always a potential for a currency attack from speculators. However, Dr. Asiama has been vigilant so far in fending these attacks off. So it looks like Ghana is well on its way towards having one of the strongest currencies in Africa. But I want to know what you guys think. Is Ghana going to be able to maintain its disciplined approach to monetary policy, or will political pressure lead to the cedi falling in value in the near future? Let me know in the comments below.
Wow. Eye ni munyam hye ade magana ni bia. Sa wona mabrochire na wote we. How do you feel? Me feeling nice. Me feeling happy. Some me mind no echire ye. Chama want me. Enya sika no. Ano waka kire afia so ase fe woto. Na me hwe wutunum. Na wo hwe afia so wa fe ne to e wa bonten. Na chama want me akoto. Na wo hwe afia so atunum kankankan. Na odi sika. Sa time no ye kan bia na manfo ntiase. Enne no kure epi. To you end this in here, be very careful. Dear cinema man ya with the say, ye chichema won't me. Bo ho ban. Na ye adwuma. Pa Fabua Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And the Republic of Ghana. And then Professor Jenano Pukwachiman. And then Mebra Penny Chief Julius Kwesi Debra. Na so with me, ye say the bois obetena abeno. Say, the away ye one yen here, not that be reshuffle back, now continue fear. Yen tria will cabium. But so about woman in ye to my pa at the bois. Not reshuffle banan kawan. Now with him, Ubenya will see cafe ball, a copum fiancé. A ye, so ubetenum. Now why ye to many ye, near tria will cafu and fiancé. So what I say, and yet. So be wiate na reach out for beba na beka when him be kwase wasan lusu job boso me sika wunya no wunya piem nti me dia futuo ana me dey ma by February obi antie ni ye February of 2026 reshuffle ebeba mo obi anka se aban no e bon homoden no obi a ye na dwuma said ye senti no reshuffle. Me papa John Dramani Mahama minim no no. Minim 100% record my mouth. And the date ayo bosumi du mienu. Da toso aduonu miensa. Emfie empema aduonu ne aduonu num. Kwaku skirt na me kase. Me say February reshuffle ebeba. Nti se wo ye NDC ni ama opose a tutuwana moye. Se wo ye mani bi wo suma se ye fraw na wonfa. Grassroots fraw na wonfa. Na num se papa ontia. Papa ate. Me obi bia ma fraw a wonfa me call. My reporter. Me nkan fasi I swear to God. Because me pese Excellency John Dramani Mahama memwo ni ye fita. Ama 6 years na ye de be ma no wo hwia me bra penny chief of staff honorable Julius Kwesi de branso ba watimi agina so na ode agye adwuma de amaka nti me hu bibi na nya meka kyerɛw ubufu agbonfu me na na obi frɛ me sɛ ade na sesi agwa indoso chief na ka me ko indoso wan me indoso chief awie maka bibia ni wa so to God abesesa madwene me se ma fa Bible producer sama me Bible yeah serious business and your business ay dey kwaji sika na e dey ko bo obi apo but there was sefata no ebre no so a ye dey be ma no studio ay your Bible wa ho so Kwaku skirt me Bible ni me fa ekuta say me papa John Dramani Mahama otwa na mamu ohwie mfie nsia na okase won kopiem for 6 years no wo ye na dwuma hwia me pagya Bible se me ta excellence dwuma ma chi owo mo nkwam o meta na chi owie na dwuma me side tie chief of staff honorable Julius Kwesi Debrechi se omra ma ye kano mampanin excellence dwuma ma wie na dwuma o meto aso na kana ntumi enkoso na enkoso me fa Bible ekuta se owo mo nkwam o me tendisi amanyoko achi owo mo nkwam o me tendisi mpanimfo achi owo mo nkwam o me tai excellency dwuma ma achi ene professor general no poku agman ene chief of staff ene ndisi amanyoko a omo Flaster house na meta wo machi enye ise wo ye catch yourself a Bible so a obeswa unswai because machechere me ho minim se me nya ndisi amanyoko enko babia etese kura metenem Kwaku skirt adwuma be na manye ndi wo fi senka ye mo medin ya bo medin aframe but me semempe aye ma sede se me create job me ye businessman me ye strong businessman so at I say me ti say Ibrahim pepepe Ibrahim wo bi say me ni bi enso kakra me kuta no kana ho 20 me the best 30 baby na aye kese na emabu na nya bia ya me ko Ghana enche kura obehu na abonten adwuma me ko ye dia boa excellence no 24-hour economy me ko bom e wo hodada but me dia me de ko no adutwam ha Kofi Apalo ebra chama wuntimi aye bola wo wi aye na Kofi Apalo nso ade ni nua baadin ade bokro no oma ba ne atimi producer wo de fa chama wuntimi lawyer to mam yansa yentem ye bre nti anytime time ya so fa wo chama wuntimi ne lawyer to me Kofi Apalo so chama wuntimi lawyer wakasa fa asem no ho waje atum se ampa chama wuntimi agye seskan nyina no mo ye ho adwuma andi lawyer chairman lawyer na ekase ye be kwakotie nsem a wode atodwa ni ahwe producer wo tape no wo ha me pa cha tabuna hwehwe mam chema wuntimi ne doya wakasa wase nsem na ye de abo chema wuntimi nyina waje atom enti mu amote ho ana chema wuntimi ntimi fa no ntom no na aban no woni fact ag ni fact na de ag ye na nye enyi kwa so beka na bonten ag aka wonte ase akwahyepo enti producer video ne wo ho a fa NI chema wuntimi lawyer no yentie de wakafa chema wuntimi
at a later date. Did you hear it for the first time, just like most of us did on TV?
Yes, I did. And this morning, watching the television, I heard Attorney General pronounced a possible charge of fraud. And I don't know how he's going to even prove it. So I'm sure that we'll leave it to the Attorney General to come out with his charges, charge sheet, and the facts that support the charge. So I don't know. I just heard it today. And in fact, my client also called me and told me that he also heard it, the news that he's going to be charged with defrauding by false pretenses. So we will await the charge sheet and then we'll respond appropriately.
The amount is over 20 million Ghana cedis. I see that you were trying to get the amount.
Well, yes. First and foremost, in fact, earlier on we had heard in the news and social media that Chairman Wontumi had borrowed amounts in dollars to the tune of $20 million, $30 million. All kinds of figures were being churned out. But it is interesting to note that now Chairman Wontumi did not contract any agreement with Exim Bank in dollar denomination. The amount of money contracted in the transaction is in cedis. And indeed, the total amount, if my information is right, is in the region of 18.7 million Ghana cedis, not in dollars as people wanted us to believe. So that is the beginning of the transaction and the beginning of the discussions on it. Again, there was a contract between Exim Bank and indeed Wontumi Farms.
Right.
And I mentioned Wontumi Farms because the parties in the contract were Exim Bank and Wontumi Farms. Suffice it to say that Attorney General also mentioned Chairman Wontumi as a director of the company. It is not as of preference that you attack a director of a company when the company itself is in existence, except that there are conditions to meet before you can even bring the directors in, which conditions we are waiting for the Attorney General's office to prove. Nevertheless, there is an existing company known as Wontumi Farms, and Wontumi Farms is in contract with Exim Bank Ghana Limited. And I want us to limit it to the transaction between the two entities, not to try to identify the parties behind the company and, designate them as associating themselves with political parties. That is very unnecessary. So I think that we should concentrate on the transaction between Exim Bank and Wontumi Farms.
Right. One of the many accusations that the AG made against your client is that he says that Chairman Wontumi forged a 4 million Ghana cedis invoice that he received from Kasama Enterprise, and he removed the word invoice and replaced it with receipt to make it seem like he had purchased something, and that 4 million Ghana cedis was the receipt to deceive Exim Bank.
I would rather try to reframe your question to mean Wontumi Farms submitted a receipt.
Yes.
It could have come from any official Wontumi Farms, but I'm not too certain whether it was brought by Chairman Wontumi himself, but carried the inscription of Wontumi Farms making the deposit or submitting the receipt. But in all this, if the receipts were forged, were there not officials in Exim Bank to determine whether or not these receipts were wholesome? Was it the case that they were complicit to whatever allegations that are being brought out now? Is it the case that there is negligence on the part of the company Exim Bank to overlook all these things that Attorney General is alleging? Is it the case that all these things happened under the strict supervision of officials of Exim Bank? Is it the case that Exim Bank also procured a consultant?
What? Now, me person me bisa. Say you 15.7 million Ghana cedis is kakatwa. 18.7 million Ghana cedis. Billion sa waha. na wɔha no wakan ne saa maako du nwɔtwe na wɔde akyire pɔfa asan taa so sika ketewa a nipa baako fo tumi gye no wodi wontumi kɔkɔgye saa sika yi ama ɔgye wie no wɔkɔfa UTV fo ade wɔn kɔgyina wɔ bi afuom ama wontumi kaa sɛ ɔka kyerɛ UTV fo sɛ wayɛ farming ɛwɔ ha yes no video no UTV fo mo wɔ Ghana mo ti asɛm a mo yɛ moa na mo di akyire yo mo hwehwɛ chama wontimi de wɔde UTV fo kɔgyina wɔ bi farming aburo afuom ɛna wɔn kɔyɛ sɛ saa afuo no ayɛ chama wontimi na fuo a wɔkɔgye bɛsi a wɔde yɛ bia nkɔwe sɛ yampa sɛ UTV fo ɛna yɛ saa bra no yɛ kɔwe
chama wontimi commercial farms na ɔyɛ no asase a wabɛtɔ ha de 10,000 acres ɛna ɔdo mu 5,000 acres na wokɔ atebubu amanten so a 48,000 acres ɛna ɔdo mu 7,000 acres yɛhwɛ na kwan a wafa so ayɛ nafu nya twetwe ho nkɔmɔ yɛ de nim deɛ kakra na wo nso wopɛ sɛ yɛ afuo bi a wodi ɛnyɛ ne nketewa woka mmienu no bom a 12,000 acres ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa ba nipa na yɛyɛ nti ɛno na bɛtwetwe ho nkɔmɔ twɛn wa yɛkɔ dwumadi so yɛtwɛn ho aba yɛba a ɛne afuo wura ɛbɛdi
wɔn sɛ UTV fo wɔ program bi a ɔmo yɛ ma akuafoɔ enti kyɛma wontimi akɔpa akuani bi a Ghana akuafoɔ hɔ a obi tumi do 100 acres aburofuo obi wɔ business a wɔyɛ aburofuo kyɛma wontimi kɔ na wɔkɔ yi sika de ma sɛ akuani no sɛ gye na me de UTV fo bi ba bɛgyina afuo wɔm na ma ba bɛgyina ma bɛka sɛ saa afuo wei ayɛ me kyɛma wontimi dia and what is can be my UTV for and what's a sa woman and what do copy baby sa ho and to acquire what the UTV for quajina ho say me chama wuntimi mafuoni me bia bro send ya beya wo benya akwanya na watimi asade akwaje sika no mo batafuo no na ye okuani bia fuo anya chama wuntimi dia no what said that ekofa UTV for and we could tria sika ma sa wo kuani ne se Jesus sika no na me the UTV for baha ni aba betwa na meka sesa afo ni ya media a na ni nyina no kura bi anim because UTV samtwafo ti asema ye hwehwem ye ma omu sika di enti o ma hwehwem
bi de wontumi commercial farms na ɔyɛ no asase a wabɛtɔ ha de 10,000 acres and ɔdo mu 5,000 acres na wokɔ atebubu amanten so a 48,000 acres and ɔdo mu 7,000 acres yɛhwɛ na kwan a wafa so ayɛ nafu nya twetwe ho nkɔmɔ yɛ de nim deɛ kakra na wo nso wopɛ sɛ yɛ afuo bi a wodi ɛnyɛ ne nketewa woka mmienu no bom a 12,000 acres ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa ba nipa na yɛyɛ nti ɛno na bɛtwetwe ho nkɔmɔ twɛn wa yɛkɔ dwumadi so yɛtwɛn ho aba yɛba a ɛne afuo wura ɛbɛdi
tie na kyerɛ sɛ kyama wontumi afuo na ɛne dia ɛyɛ asɛm bi sa me bi sa UTV for ɛhwehwɛ mu bai ana ɔsɛ Kwame despite Father Dixon ɛhwehwɛ mu bai na UTV for ya Ghana for betimi agyina so agye di sɛ safuo we na yɛ kyama wontumi dia because sɛ na afuo no yɛ kyama wontumi dia minim sɛ nka agi bank ɔbɛka ho asɛm but afuo no yɛ kyama wontumi dia obi na buro afuo a wɔkɔdɔ ɛna wɔkɔkye ɛna wɔtua sika ɛna wɔkɔgyina mu yɛ video tie ɛna yɛbɛdi adanse aka sɛ saa family way ɛyɛ kyama wontumi dia ka kyerɛ me why ne yɛbisa no why ne yɛbisa na wɔgye tum sɛ ampa saa family way na yɛ kyama wontumi dia why ne yɛbisa ne sɛ kyama wontumi twa buro wɔ ha why ne yɛbisa no 2017 up to now UTV for mo yɛ fool
sorry kwanta kyama wontumi commercial farms na ɔyɛ no asase a wabɛtɔ ha de 10,000 acres and ɔdo mu 5,000 acres na wokɔ atebubu amanten so a 48,000 acres and ɔdo mu 7,000 acres yɛhwɛ na kwan a wafa so ayɛ nafu nya twetwe ho nkɔmɔ yɛ de nim deɛ kakra na wo nso wopɛ sɛ yɛ afuo bi a wodi ɛnyɛ ne nketewa woka mmienu no bom a 12,000 acres ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa ba nipa na yɛyɛ nti ɛno na bɛtwetwe ho nkɔmɔ twɛn wa yɛkɔ dwumadi so yɛtwɛn ho aba yɛba a ɛne afuo wura ɛbɛdi
medase mawie fami wura Kofi Apalu meka kyerɛ mo campaign time sɛ Kofi Apalu se opeka na konyedi eye sika ana kufu adode am no mo hyeda contest meka no ha Kofi Palu kotena asempa aka kira asempa fo se yeto abama na wono obema kana ni bia sika free omanya ahia yen na adoko yen ebeye dan ni amaka na ni bia sika free wose obema kana ni bia sika free na amofra kra ya woni teche kra no betua ne ka because na Kofi Palu abokro no enti e ka wono nko a na kana na ado samra ene sika Kofi Palu adi akuafo na Kofi Palu kase Excellency John Dramani Mahama ko no eye ketewa bi no wato mu no sa sika no yetumi de tu kokofo akuafo bebre ama koko akuafo ene sa sika no munya mohumienu ti haye bidi de Kwaku skirt mesi Kofi Palu sika wakwagie di no sika na yede man so mfanya kwanya okoyusu ni nua badin adeko frodo aban no sa sika no Kofi Palu ma yeti ase se Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene naban etumi nto kokwa akuafo na sika wade mom na yefia bi enu nti na helicopter na kohwiase wo nwura mu no ende sa sika no kietumi de to kokwa akuafo double mienu ama na kokwa ni a na ni kokwa ye kali no sika wanya no sa Kofi Palu suka no ye de ka ho a ka gi mienu Kofi Palu nko afa sika no amwadi ne keke Kofi Palu nko ameso ba eden wa fa sika no edi a kana ni biara enya ho mfaso ene Kofi Palu te omra bonten meka se de egi ka no ya kohwie omra meka kire what me de wunua badin e de creative business what san forging signature United States of America ha ka be defias kasamre wudam because a fraud yankoti egi esamoa okafa Kofi Palu
transaction report with First Bank Ghana Limited regarding transactions on an account belonging to Poma Universal Ghana Limited. That is a company owned by the said Kofi Palu. Following the STR, that is a suspicious transaction report by the FIC, the Economic and Organized Crime began an investigation into the matter. The investigations revealed that the contract, which was valued at 29.5 million Ghana cedis, was awarded in December 2020. Although the project commenced and an initial amount was properly deposited into Poma Universal Ghana Limited, subsequent payments raised serious concerns regarding misrepresentation, forgery, and unauthorized handling of the checks. Our investigations revealed that Palu secretly incorporated another company, separate and distinct from Poma Universal Ghana Limited, also known as Poma Universal Ghana Limited, but deliberately added H to the Poma. So Poma is P-O-M-A-A, all right, Ghana Limited, which is a company which is owned by Ekua Poma. What the company that he incorporated added H to the Poma, so it became, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the same Poma, Poma Ghana Limited, Universal Ghana Limited. But the difference was just the H at the end of Poma. And so after having done this, between December 2022 and June 2024, Palu collected 8 checks issued by Cocoa Board in the name of Poma Universal Ghana Limited. That is the original and authentic Poma, totaling 3.1 million. That is 3,169,432 Ghana cedis and 22 pesos, and deposited them into the account of his own company, that is also Poma Ghana Limited with an H at First Bank Ghana Limited. Again, our investigations confirmed that Ekua Poma was unaware of both the existence of the Poma Ghana Limited, that is the second company, and the diversion of the funds until Cocoa Board contacted her in June 2024 regarding outstanding balances on the contract. She subsequently discovered that Palu had collected and misdirected the payments without her consent. Ekua Poma also alleged that Akpalu forged her signature on the cocoa board contract using her former name, Mercy Owusu, to secure the agreement without her authorization. First Bank Ghana Limited conducted an internal investigations and corroborated the fraud allegations that we have made, concluding that Apollo knowingly misrepresented ownership of the checks and deposited them into the wrong account. The bank acknowledged operational failures in detecting the discrepancies between the check payee names and the account numbers. The suspects who have been investigated
way aye Kofi Apalo oni ni nua poma sika nte say Kofi Apalo aje aye fraud signature yetua sika na ato ne sister account because what ne sister din register kuma no sika do beto mo pa ana Kofi Apalo shifte and wodo koto won account nipa wey wabegyina ho ka kire kokoko ani say ya ntunu koko ba hesika Kofi Apalo aje sa sika no yetumi de tu koko anim emfie nsia ono kwa age sika na di wamfa nya adwuma bi amaka dani enti nipa wey ebegyina ho ebeka che wo Ghana ni say Excellency John Dramani Mahama on tu koko fo akwatuamu ye nanti ana wo makwakonya pra kwanhia oye bonsam because I will have se Kofi Apalo koko akuafo sika so atiase waje sika no wodi na woni ni nua ba poma ene ne hire e ka bom no mo wi aka na fo entese poma kra de meda na se because poma ene ko report ma echi wono ani nua o wojira nkete esikutupa e ka se Kofi Apalo wo baka na krono sika no mi bi nti sade mebo attorney general mane yes nti ene se wote ho na MPP ni defend we ya ka kire some MPP ni so woye payfo woye bonsampa na nyame betua ne ka ompeka na yie de yes meka no kwatro because I will ho say Kofi Apalo timi ba bonten na wono watimi anya akukuduro se ye nto kokofo akatuam sika ye de tum no ketwa bi ntienye but wo sika ye de betu kokofo akatuam wo Kofi Apalo ye tumi akukuru de amaw a wanfa nya adwuma bia se sika ne da ho a ke de ka kokoko ani na katua no ho a ka ebeta kimfie nsia amwanya sika no mohom bienu onkwa wa de sika no di paganya kromfo sasabonsamba
transaction report with First Bank Ghana Limited regarding transactions on an account belonging to Poma Universal Ghana Limited. That is a company owned by the said Kofi Apalo. Following the STR, that is a suspicious transaction report by the FIC, the Economic and Organized Crime began an investigation into the matter. The investigations revealed that the contract, which was valued at 29.5 million Ghana cedis, was awarded in December 2020. Although the project commenced and an initial amount was properly deposited into Poma Universal Ghana Limited, subsequent payments raised serious concerns regarding misrepresentation, forgery, and unauthorized handling of the checks. Our investigations revealed that Apalo secretly incorporated another company, separate and distinct from Poma Universal Ghana Limited, also known as Poma Universal Ghana Limited, but deliberately added H to the Poma. So Poma is P-O-M-A-A, all right, Ghana Limited, which is a company which is owned by Ekua Poma. What the company that he incorporated added H to the Poma, so it became, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the same Poma, Poma Ghana Limited, Universal Ghana Limited. But the difference was just the H at the end of Poma. And so, after having done this, between December 2022 and June 2024, Akpalu collected 8 checks issued by Cocoa Board in the name of Poma Universal Ghana Limited. That is the original and authentic Poma, totaling 3.1 million. That is 3,169,432 Ghana cedis and 22 pesos, and deposited them into the account of his own company, that is also Poma Ghana Limited with an H at First Bank Ghana Limited. Again, our investigations confirmed that Equia Poma was unaware of both the existence of the Poma Ghana Limited, that is the second company, and the diversion of the funds until Cocoa Board contacted her in June 2024 regarding outstanding balances on the contract. She subsequently discovered that Akpalu had collected and misdirected the payments without her consent. Equia Poma also alleged that Akpalu forged her signature on the Cocoa Board contract using her former name, Mercy Owusu, to secure the agreement without her authorization. First Bank Ghana Limited conducted an internal investigations and corroborated the fraud allegations that we have made, concluding that Akpalu knowingly misrepresented ownership of the checks and deposited them into the wrong account. The bank acknowledged operational failures in detecting the discrepancies between the check payee names and the account numbers. The suspects who have been investigated.
Maybe Sawote, why are you Kofi Apalo? Koko, and Wajisika, and a Kofi Apalo discount. Koko, tie, Amawu Koko Kuenia, no Kofi Apalo dadao, no Kofi Apalo Tramon Tro, no Kofi Apalo as Camo, a catcher was said, Excellency Chontamani Mahama. Omua Koko Kuya to market women. Sir, no one will say what you Koko for Sika. Until we said that catcher was said, Yanto Koko Petrium. Because Sika Yadebatuno, Sana Kofi Apalo, Achin wo Koko famine, Wajin wo Koko ministry weti. Maybe a time as what producer, when you're sorry. My voice a call. Where done? Said ya me kind, made that can any be a say. Or be a baby, a member. Moi, member, yeah, for couple days. Na member program so na munya dache na mo say mo time na mo freme yankopon onhyira mo na onye mo kese me ma me Japoma hajia ba bia wo bia nyame hyira na onye wo kese sa wodwene me ho na wo frɛ Kwaku skirt e cheke no ebisa me eye umfo do so a wo ye ni nyina se de medi nkanka no Kwaku skirt me de adwuma e kofie me de adwuma mobile service e de kɔ Kana na podcast e de kɔ start car detailing aye mobile baby a wo hye bia beba wo fie me fa employees e train won adwumayefo me form untua kapre eye free me train detailing and mechanic work region bia me penipa 300 me started from Greater Accra na ma started from Kumasi me wi a wo Kumasi na me train wa o ma Accra me ye adwuma o betre Kumasi wa because me bia bi wo ho me wi a na me wa to pay ro so o Greater Accra me train 300 na me hia me fa wo Greater Accra ho na wa ye adwuma na me de wa to pay ro so o Central Region me train wo Central Region me train wa company no enya asase ne yakoya adwuma no wom mobile service car ho adwuma mechanic tools lift bibia wom machine di shampoo car machine di cleaning car machine di work sandy machine di take scratches and machine di dent di pull dent enye cars na de body shop machine di proper rem amoa mesiesi am ya je ne de bia kwa manane akwa akoton me wi amekọ Northern Region akọ training ni 300 me wi amekọ Water Region akọ training ni 300 me wi a o makra o tena hɔ a me ma wadwuma ye me wi am de cars ni bi another cars bekọ akọgu region bia no wa ye adwuma na me de wa to payroll so na wa ye adwuma ye o ta sey a ewo kwan so na dwo sey articulator sey small car ye be ma wo number o fra o mo beba hɔ na dwo machine esika no mu a ye change tire changer machine sim alignment balancing ni na wo car no mu lift wo mu a ye pagya na de hye car na se se ayade a asa wo traffic mu a ye wo towing truck no car kwakwa so ye beyi but we no ye wo tow dale se car na ka traffic mu a ye de tow dale be hyase na ya twe free traffic ni mu na de sika so na ye gina nchen na ye ni yama ye Kwaku reset car na ye kobo excellency John Dramani Mahama na nyuma pa any 24-hour economy and was share kind of bono yet me aye ma shepo nyoma no first batch eko towing truck detailing car machine mechanic a lift any tire changer bibia wom detailing car a detailing ho nyoma nyina wom set yan kwaye no shop me mo aya we e mobile service ye ba wo na so wo ye adwuma wura anase wo ye aban adwuma ehun hia se wo do car be ko shop wo office ye be ba be ye car no ensuo bibia wom wo be pon adwuma na ye ahwie se wonya kwan na pese ye ba ofie a ye be ba ofie aba be ye eye sample ye membership card wo dwane with the member na ye was special package man one dwane with the member na ye be ye adwuma na ma said yes but some special package no wonya bi bakana within by February na say adwuma na hyase enti Kwaku skirt eduru ba bi na ohumi a mo amoka ye twi Kwaku skirt me kan platform isu say ye be ma me post but me nyi post ebia wa wote wonu nim ebia ne afra me nchen but me ba monte a me ye te say de ma me hwe so atate ye ma me hwe but me ba monte a me ye te say de me nya hwe no anase yam frɛ me but ya frɛ me aka chem say ma me post no ma ka say me mpe me ankasa makɔ bank makɔgye besia makɔgye me loan me kan ha na MPP fo bi say oh concert na me here but me be yam yahwɛ because Ghana for your life no obi nya determination obi nya ni suade hunu so obeye we ya yesi wontumi nche because wono wa ntumi anya nti office ni nua no so wontumi nye because na ni suade hunu agu enti office obi akasa wonye no onso wontumi nye me ba America 25 years menye wo bi adwuma me ana me ye madwuma for 25 years Spanish for esemase a me kutamo Spanish for be du baako de me ko start we a me di broni be free hako sene e be ya standard ne be te America broni ni metwa na ka wa enti the same thing me tia na transfer e de na koduru Ghana the pay na waje no me man the same pay mama na allowance kakra ka ho na mama ne dan mama ne baby papa atena obetena Ghana aboa amanechi na sa adwuma no atumi akoso me da Ghana ni bi ase me din de Kwaku skirt enti sa me ma ya men kasa madwane friendisi me fa babro swai owo mo nkwamo bi de ndisi echi owo mo nkwamo bi de excellency John Mama echi ene professor Jenna na opoku agema echi bi de me bra Julius Tebra echi owo mo nkwamo bibia ni wa besesa madwane bibia ni wa betimi kensei ye ma me hwe kra me pen sa de Ghana akwei na se ama me hwe mpa mani che se Ghana ni ho atono na phone calls na yesere me sika no ye nsere me biem de omo be frɛ ne se oh ebia ye pa adwuma Ghana ni so nya adwuma obeye kwa bai na metia fa so ama na adwuma eno ne me plan sese metimi mebem me da Ghana ni bi ase midin e de Kwaku skirt and then the first time I join me subscribe page no let's share me page no mame Obapa Grace Michiao Obapa Grace Michiao wate UK Grace TV na menshirawo me di dwumadi ni besi ha na nyame ya adom ha ebia wochena meba ebia wochena memba because wochena ye bronya dua me wa ha me nko Ghana mo ha kwesi ada meba abe me program said yes na but me mwati asese ento February na se adwuma no ya starting wo Ghana e de boa excellency onimnyamfo Kwame John Dramani Mahama adwuma na wo kan no timi di dwuma die ne besia me da me producers bam Robert Evelyn
the Kwanta Road project in the Western region. He said he has instructed Finance Minister Dr. Kesiya Latofolsen to release more than $70 million owed the Justmore Construction Company since 2024.
All the contractors who were working before we came on projects that were awarded by the previous government. I've asked all of them to continue, and we're paying them so that they will continue those works. But we packaged new contracts under the big push. And what we did was we took some of the projects that were awarded by the previous government and put them on the big push so that their financing would be fast-tracked and they'll be able to complete them properly.
The inspection was witnessed by Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Governs Abuja, and the Western Regional Minister, Joseph Nelson, who both reaffirmed government's commitment to quality and timely execution.
At the first quarter of next year, many of these contractors will be back on site. So, Regional Minister, the stalled the interchange in the middle of Takrady would see some work going on.
Very much on the heart of the people of the region is a flyover, the PTC flyover, the Sino Hydro project, which are stalled. I know that work is being done on it, but I believe that in your comment, that's going to feature.
From the Western region, President Mahama moved to the Bunu region, where he cut sword for the Siani Entreni Entrosia Road project. At the ceremony, the road minister announced the significant progress under the Big Push initiative.
We have so far awarded over $5 billion worth of project using our own money, not loans or any other thing. There's nothing like that on the continent of Africa.
Minister Governs Abuja added that his ministry has initiated the standardization of road construction materials, particularly bitumen, to improve durability and value for money.
We have noticed that one of the reasons road fail is not necessarily because contractors do a bad job, but because of the selection of the materials. So we are going through a process with the agencies to make sure that the material specification and then the testing regime is much more robust than ever before. So we only use the highest quality of materials on your Big Push project, and the agencies are working on that.
Addressing residents in Sian, President Mahama announced a series of additional road projects for the Bunu region, including the Wenchi Bamboy Highway, and reiterated assurances of swift payments to contractors to keep projects on track.
Afia ebe yede akwani bi ebeka ho eno na minister kan tepa mankran so.
Okay, that's it. Said ya mekan me di dwumadi no ebesi ha na me ya doma ebi a wochena meba ebi nso a na mama semama de mekan se onyankopon. The
Aguna Nkwanta Road project in the Western region. He said he has instructed Finance Minister Dr. Kwaku Folson to release more than
Jataba, the American say, me money o adesie na me sign ema wo afishia pa. Afra say na the me no ye hwehwe nyina no na etumi abem na me nhyira.
Hello Ghana man this year. I am Kwaku free and I make a say. I see for su. Court for na no. Yeah, DCB and the matter this impate mo na. I me send penny for the hu ni ma e kwaso. Aha. Eh court ho no. Light ba kumpo street light e de light crapo ba kumpo ni ha. Aha so ye bia. Ye jeje nkofo phone. E won nkofo sekan. Esi o mpanifo a e wo kromo ha o me hu bibia no ma e no sisikadie